What is up, guys? Welcome to this new video. So the patch notes of the 15th of October 2025 has released, and we finally have the shotgun rework, or at least part of it. I'm not sure if this is the full one, but I think it is. We got some new motifs and we got a bunch of balance adjustments, including for some artifacts. If you notice any difference in quality of my voice as well, it is because I am not at home. I'm recording this video on my laptop and I am recording my voice with my phone in my hand. It's very DIY, but you know, there's patch notes and they're actually quite interesting. So I was like, okay, let's just quickly make a video on it. I'll see how this turns out. So people eventually got used to all the strange and incomprehensible things in the zone. Even the crawling toys that emit a nasty screech have stopped being novel, though they still induce fear, especially when encountered alone. What awaits us next? Will the zone reveal more secrets from the Stalker's eerie campfire tales? We'll find out soon enough. But for now, let's familiarize ourselves with the new shipments from the mainland. In this patch, you can expect Barter update featuring a new shotgun branch, display of equipped weapons on character, new season motive, balance adjustments for hipfire spread, stopping power, reactions and new adjustments to weapons and armor, and other changes including sound updates, tracer rework, and the long-awaited side rails for the AK-15. So first of all, the big one, Barter updates. The shotgun branch has been completely redesigned. Its final master version is now the Frenchy SPAS-15. So we will finally have a master tier shotgun in the Barter tree, which I do think is pretty nice. So as the gray one, we have the Winchester 1887. Then we have the Mossberg 500 as the green one, the Frenchy SPAS-15 as the new master tier one. So those are the three like completely new ones that haven't been, you know, changed tier or anything. Because for example, the Mossberg has been made into a stalker rank weapon, the M214 into a veteran one, and the SPS-12 into a veteran one as well. They've also gotten their balance adjusted accordingly to their rank. But let's dive in a little more into this new shotgun. So the SPAS-15 looks honestly pretty cool. 226 damage, 8 mag capacity default. Looks like that mag will be extendable. It has space for a scope, an attachment at the bottom, which is also huge. And it has 120 fire rate. Honestly, this is pretty decent. The damage drop-off is normal for a shotgun, but not too crazy. And honestly, the skin looks pretty decent as well in my opinion. Due to the weapon's rearrangement in the barter tree, the following item replacements have been made for players. The Mossberg 590A1 has been changed into the Mossberg 500, and the Frenchy SPAS-12 has been changed into Mossberg 590A1. The display of barter branches of modules has been adjusted. Grips have been moved to a separate category, which I do think is a bit more better categorized, a little bit nicer to find, so that's a good small change. Then the new season motive. There's a new season motive, the Dog Hunter for the SPAS-15, the new master tier shotgun of the barter branch, and honestly it makes it look even more sick in my opinion, so I am definitely a fan of that. Then for balance adjustments, in order to increase the importance of aim shooting, the following changes have been made to spread, and specifically hipfire spread. Machine guns, assault rifles, shotguns, and SMGs and pistols have gotten their hipfire spread increased, and the spread multiplier and hipfire spread multiplier for all weapons except flamethrowers is now 1.5. Then some changes to stopping power. All ammo with stopping power 30 has been changed to 35, and all ammo with stopping power 40 has been changed to 45. The stopping power of 545, 556, and 762 caliber rounds proved too weak to have a noticeable effect, especially when compared to 9mm and 12mm ammunition. In this regard, these ammunition types have been slightly reinforced. Then burn changes, also a pretty big one. The penalty for healing effectiveness from burn has been increased from -50 to -75. Now all incendiary ammunition inflicts burning on first hit, but the average amount of burning per unit of hit time has not changed, as the burning output per unit of damage has been reduced. All incendiary ammo now has their burning increased to 100% instead of 35, and their bleeding to -100 instead of -45. Due to their poor performance and the prevalence of burn reactions, incendiary ammo was ineffective and unpopular. Burn penalties have been increased and reaction power has been reduced. So honestly, we might see a new, well, reappearance of the fire ammo meta, because this is pretty brutal, to be honest. So we'll see how that works out, especially with the following change to artifacts. So let's get right into that one as well. We haven't had that many weeks since the huge artifact shakeup, so yeah, same for my video on them. I need to rewrite a whole part on that. Well, not that much, but still, yeah, they're changing shit again. So reaction changes to damages were simultaneously useless due to their situational nature and overly powerful due to their potential to temporarily increase vitality under certain circumstances. All reactions to damage types on artifacts have been weakened and now provide less significant bonuses, and in return the effective artifacts received other full-fledged characteristics or enhancements to their existing ones. The duration of the effect has been increased to 20 seconds instead of 15, and the hoop, colophony, and gills were also additionally enhanced. So if you want to see all the specific ones, do check out the link to the full patch notes in the description. They've added the regeneration 1.5%, so that's health regen, to the leaded glass, and they've reduced the burns. Another one that I did see that I thought was pretty interesting was the Chicken God now has 1.7 vitality, which, hey, look, honestly, that in combination with the, reduced, but still their reactions might actually make this a good budget artifact. Then the Colophony as well, it's gotten stamina regen reduced, but it had carry weight added, and it also got its additional stamina regen changed into vitality, which puts it in a very weird spot of, I guess, useful for open world, but I'd have to, look around a bit with this one, because this is a very interesting mix of different characteristics. Then SEP round changes. The laceration damage of SEP rounds has been decreased and the bleeding has been increased. SCP rounds were excessively effective against Scientist and Combo Armor. With the new stats, they are now roughly equal to SBP rounds against Combo Armor, and stronger against Scientist Armor, and weaker against Combat Armor. So yeah, that honestly pretty decent change, I guess. Then armor adjustments, they reworked the stats of faction scientist suits. Their previous versions were inferior to the Saturn in most situations, offering almost no meaningful advantages. I very much agree with this. That was so annoying because I was like, that's a cool suit. It looks cool as well, but it's just not good. Like, why would I craft it? So they have taken that into account and changed a little bit of its values. So first of all, they have also slightly buffed the super heavy suits to allow fairer competition with more mobile armor types now. So essentially all of them got their stability increased, and some of them got a little bit more bullet resistance as well. And then if we get to the scientist suit, the Paris Vet, it's got more bullet resistance, more laceration protection, better resistances to electricity, fire, chemicals, less movement speed, which is fair enough, I guess, since it got buffed in other places. But the big one, it has gotten 400 psi emission protection. Finally, that 15 difference with 385 makes a huge difference for usefulness. And as you'll see, this will be essentially what happened to most of the scientist suits. They have gotten the 400 psi emission protection mark finally, which makes them a lot more useful for a bunch of different anomalous areas, including labs. Same for the Orion, got its bullet resistance, laceration, etc. increased, and also its movement speed reduced by 2%. Same for the Arc, and same for the Navigator. Then the Sheath Container has gotten its effectiveness decreased by 3% to 97 instead of 100, which is honestly fair because it was incredibly overpowered. Although I do think people are going to be quite mad about this because it was a limited container that you kind of had to take a gamble for. Then weapon changes, they have changed the PP2000 Anchor, which you get from a quest, from Stalker to Newbie, and changed its damage and minimum damage accordingly. And the same goes for the Variax Gift. They've changed it from Veteran to Stalker and changed its damage, minimum damage, and maximum distance accordingly. Then shotguns. The following changes have been made to all shotguns except the KS-23 and the Cobra Terminator. Limb damage increased to ×1, but head damage reduced to ×1 as well. This is pretty huge because now you can't really like do headshots anymore. Well, you can, but it doesn't really change a lot in damage. This is kind of a way to allow players with other types of weapons and good headshot accuracy to have a better chance against shotguns at close range. I do think this is a good change for the health of the game in the long term. Although I can see some people being upset about this, especially after having such a shotgun-focused season this season, because, you know, there's so many new shotguns for some reason all at the same time. But yeah, I mean, I do think it's a good change for the health of the game and the PvP fights in general. They've also increased the damage multiplier to mutants to compensate for the reduced maximum damage per headshot, kind of pushing it back towards this more mutant-oriented use that it had for a long time, except for its niche uses that got more popular lately because of the new shotguns. As you can see, here are all different values. If you want to look at them yourself, you can check that out in the description. Then machine guns. We finally have the long-awaited 6B62 Little Boy buff. Its minimum damage got increased from 55 to 60, and its spread got reduced from 0.44 to 0.39, and its horizontal recoil goes exclusively to the right, which I do think is a fun adjustment to it. Then some damage and spread balances for the PKP line, the MG3 and the RPL. Then some more balance changes for the rifles. Again, mostly slight buffs of like point something damage increases or minimum damage increases mostly. How useful that will be, we'll have to see in practice. I don't really know, to be honest. Then sniper rifles, the wave god. I'm still not sure if this is a nerf or not. I don't think it is, but it is being changed up quite a bit because its damage got massively reduced, its minimum damage as well in turn, but its maximum damage distance also got reduced, and its minimum damage distance as well. So it's gotten better on short range, which is an interesting choice for a sniper rifle. But they have upped its rate of fire to 350, putting it at a kind of weird rate of fire for a sniper rifle. But hey, they've also reduced its recoil in the process, both vertical and horizontal, and they added a 2% recoil increase from the third shot. They've also increased its ergonomics to 110%. They improved base stabilization of the gun, and they have changed the burst rate of fire from 800 to 600, the burst delay from 0.3 to 0.2, and the rounds fired per burst from 2 to 3. So I think they're trying to get people to use this burst mode, which I don't have the wave. I haven't tried it myself. It's sitting in a really weird spot right now, I feel like, but I would just have to try it out, to be honest, to be able to feel the way it works. But yeah, I'm intrigued. If you have a wave, let me know how you feel about these changes and how it feels in game, because I'm very curious. This is a very interesting choice for the wave, and yeah, obviously the Arsenal version of it got changed in the process as well. Similar things, just slightly higher damage, right? Then pistols. Heavy pistols have been reworked. Their accuracy and overall effectiveness at range have been increased at the cost of a significant drop in comfort. Veteran rank pistols and below received a minor buff, and the barrels have been split into two styles for the deagle, or like ranks I mean, and they will also increase the number of compatible sights that can be mounted on the weapon, which I do think is cool, but it looks so stupid, but it's kind of funny. I do think it's funny. Yeah, it's gotten its damage and stuff, and all its balances adjusted. Same for the Big Bill, same for the Twitch Eagle, Desert Eagle, Veteran version, the RSH, the R92, PM, and you know, a bunch of other pistols. Again, go to the description if you want to check all of them out by yourself. The Scorpion Evo 3 has gotten its grip attachment availability increased, so there's just more attachments you can put on it now. Then consumables, they have fixed the ink ranked rank display for the Anomalous Champagne from Stalker to Veteran, and its effect priority with it, and slightly reduced its speed and increased its stamina, so I guess it's still nerfed in a way. Then Stalcraft Champagne has got its stamina changed to carry weight. That is an interesting choice. Will it be useful? We'll have to see in practice. Ice Cream Cone has gotten more speed. Same for just ice cream and chocolate ice cream. And they've gotten their stamina reduced, which honestly I do think that's kind of a buff, especially with also the slight buffs to the stamina regen. But again, because of the whole consumables, you can't really use that many at the same time anyway, so I don't know who's going to use ice creams, but we'll see. Honestly, I might. I have a bunch laying around, and I guess now they're similar enough to Jiden energy drink, so why not, you know? Then other changes, this one I'm actually incredibly excited about. They've added displaying of equipped weapons on a character. Like, as you can see, the displayed weapon now, you know, hangs on your back. This is something I really missed from before the X update, something which I also really liked about the game, so I'm happy they reintroduced that. And I hope next on the list maybe can be allowing you to sit in chairs again. That would be a great addition to the game as well, or like, you know, reintroduction. They adjusted the light reflections on weapons. That's pretty cool. And they've added side rails to the AK-15. Updated bullet tracer visuals. They now display the actual shot trajectory without simulating bullet flight. This is good because that's kind of annoying. Fix an issue where an eruption could result in a reduced number of artifact spawns. This is also good because that was very annoying. They've updated the model and animations for the Deagle 7 and Twitch Eagle. Updated the models for the KZS1, 2, and their U variants. Updated the models for the ergonomic magazines obtained through Barter tree. Updated the models of ergonomic mags. Updated first and third person firing stance for the SVCH, the XM8, A545, Scorpion Evo 3, Chris Vector, AK308, Evan Scar, Legacy Scar L, QBZ, and QBU. They've updated the models for the SUSAT and DOTSAT sites. Premium time will now be frozen during maintenance. Honestly, can't believe this wasn't already in the game. Like, that should have been in the game a long time ago, but hey, better late than never. They fixed extended aiming time on the AK308 after exiting sprint mode. Added stamina regen for climbing ladders. Changed the loadouts of certain entities in the north, faction patrols and zombies. Updated character creation menu. Fixed multiple translation inconsistency bugs across all languages and corrected several minor localization bugs in all languages. Anyway, yeah, this was a long one. I hope it was still useful to you. I'm honestly pretty excited. I'm happy there's finally some master level shotgun in the barter tree for everybody to get. Don't know if I'll be crafting it, but hey, we'll see. Let me know what you think of these changes. Let me know if you've been affected by any of these changes and if it was good or bad in your experience. If you want to watch some more Stalcraft content, you can click here on the left for some gameplay content, or you can click here on the right for some video that YouTube thinks you will find interesting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the zone, Stalkers.